Stop doing what you're doing if you want to win her heart. This mistake could be costing you everything when it comes to love. Today, we're diving deep into the art of seduction, and trust me, everything you thought you knew about how to make a woman fall for you is wrong. But don't worry, I've got you covered. We're about to unveil the 10 most powerful psychological tricks that will turn you into an irresistible magnet for any woman. Whether you've been struggling to make a connection or you want to strengthen an existing relationship, these secrets are going to change the way you approach love. Ready to level up your love game? Let's get started. Section 1. The power of self-confidence. Let's kick things off with something you might have heard before, but probably didn't realize just how crucial it is: self-confidence. Imagine this: a man walks into a room, head held high, a genuine smile on his face, and eyes that radiate security. What's the first thing you notice? Now, picture someone slouched over, eyes glued to the floor, exuding insecurity. The difference is like night and day, right? Self-confidence isn't just about feeling good about yourself, it's about projecting an energy that's absolutely magnetic. Women are naturally drawn to men who know their worth. Think of it this way: if you don't believe in your own qualities, how can you expect anyone else to? Confidence is the foundation of any strong, lasting relationship. And here's the kicker: confidence isn't just attractive, it also makes you resilient. When things don't go as planned, it's that inner belief that keeps you moving forward, calm and collected. But let's break it down a bit more. What does confidence really look like in practice? It's not about being loud or flashy, it's about being sure of yourself, regardless of the situation. Confidence means being comfortable in your own skin, knowing your strengths and accepting your weaknesses. It's about walking into any room knowing you belong there, without needing validation from others. Imagine this scenario: you're on a date and things start to go off track. Maybe there's an awkward silence, or you say something that doesn't land quite right. A confident person doesn't crumble in these moments. Instead, they handle it with grace, perhaps by making a light joke or by calmly steering the conversation in a new direction. This ability to stay cool under pressure is what makes confidence so alluring. Women pick up on these subtle cues. When you're comfortable with yourself, it puts them at ease too. They feel safer, more attracted, and more likely to open up. So if there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this: confidence is king. Work on it, nurture it, and watch how it transforms your interactions. Section 2. Mirroring imagery. Now let's dive into something subtle yet incredibly powerful: the technique of mirroring. Ever noticed how, when you're talking to someone who mimics your gestures and expressions, you feel an instant connection? This isn't a coincidence, it's psychology at work. Mirroring is all about subtly copying the other person's body language to create a sense of rapport and harmony. Imagine you're having a conversation, and without realizing it, you tilt your head slightly to the side. But moments later, you see the other person do the same. Or maybe you run your hand through your hair, and almost like magic, they do it too. These small, seemingly insignificant actions can create a deep sense of affinity and connection. But why does this work so well? The answer lies in our brains. We're hardwired to respond positively to people who are like us. When someone mirrors our actions, our brain interprets it as a sign of similarity and understanding. It's as if they're saying, "I'm just like you, and I get you." And we all know how comforting it is to feel understood. But here's the trick: mirroring needs to be subtle and natural. Overdo it, and you'll come off as fake, or even worse, creepy. The key is to make it feel effortless. Start by noticing the other person's posture. Are they leaning in? Lean in slightly too. Are they using hand gestures? Try incorporating similar gestures into your conversation. Another powerful aspect of mirroring is vocal tone and pace. If the person you're talking to is speaking softly and slowly, matching make them feel more connected to you. Conversely, if they're energetic and enthusiastic, responding in kind can enhance the bond. Mirroring isn't about manipulation. It's about creating a natural flow of communication. When done right, it can make conversations feel more engaging and can significantly deepen your connection with someone. Practice it with friends, in everyday interactions, and watch how people start to warm up to you even more. Section 3. The power of a sincere compliment. Let's talk about something sweet and simple, yet so impactful: sincere compliments. You've experienced it yourself. A few genuine words can turn someone's day around completely. Compliments have the power to uplift spirits and build strong emotional connections. Picture this: you're chatting with someone and suddenly they compliment your wit or your sense of humor. How does that make you feel? Probably fantastic, right? A genuine compliment not only makes the other person feel appreciated, but also boosts your own appeal in their eyes. But here's a pro tip: keep it real. Empty or exaggerated compliments can backfire. People can usually tell when you're being insincere, and this can lead to mistrust or discomfort. Instead, focus on what you genuinely appreciate about the person. It could be something as simple as their smile, the way they carry themselves, or how they made a clever observation. When you truly mean it, your compliment will have a much greater impact. Compliments are also a great way to reinforce positive behavior. If someone does something you admire, acknowledging it can encourage them to continue that behavior. For example, if the person you're with shares a thoughtful insight, you might say, "I love the way you think about things, it's really refreshing." This not only makes them feel good, but also shows that you value their intellect. But don't just stop at the obvious. Sometimes the most powerful compliments are those that recognize something less noticeable. Maybe it's the way they always stay calm under pressure or how they treat others with kindness. These kinds of compliments show that you're paying attention and that you appreciate them on a deeper level. And let's not forget the power of timing. A well-timed compliment, delivered when the moment feels right, can make a lasting impression. For example, complimenting someone's outfit at the start of an evening might set a positive tone for the rest of your time together. Or mentioning how much you enjoyed their company at the end of a date can leave them with a warm feeling as they reflect on your time together. In the world of romance, sincere compliments are a tool you should never underestimate. Use them wisely and they'll help you build stronger, more meaningful connections. Section 4. The art active listening. Now let's dig into a skill that's often overlooked but is absolutely essential: active listening. Have you ever felt truly heard by someone? It's a powerful experience, isn't it? Active listening goes beyond just hearing words. It's about dedicating your full attention to understanding what the other person is saying, both verbally and non-verbally. When you practice active listening, you show the other person that you genuinely care about what they're saying, which creates a deep sense of connection and trust. Imagine this: you're sharing your thoughts with someone, and they look you in the eyes, nodding occasionally to show they're following. It feels amazing, right? You feel understood, valued, and accepted, all crucial elements in building a strong, healthy relationship. But let's dive a little deeper into what makes active listening so powerful. First, it's about presence. In our fast-paced world, we're often distracted by our phones, by our thoughts, by everything happening around us. Active listening requires you to be fully present in the moment, giving the person in front of you your undivided attention. This alone can make the other person feel incredibly special. Next, it's about empathy. Active listening means not just hearing the words, but understanding the emotions behind them. If someone is sharing a personal story, reflecting their feelings back to them can be incredibly powerful. For instance, if they're talking about a tough day at work, you might respond with, "That sounds really frustrating. I can see why you're upset." This shows that you're not just hearing the words, but you're also connecting with their emotional experience. And then there's the power of nonverbal communication. Sometimes it's not about what you say, but how you say it. Simple gestures like nodding, maintaining eye contact, or even just leaning in slightly can communicate that you're fully engaged in the conversation. On the flip side, crossing your arms, looking away, or checking your phone sends a clear message that you're not really interested. One advanced active listening technique is to paraphrase what the other person has said. This shows that you're paying attention and that you've understood their message. For example, if they say, "I've been feeling really overwhelmed at work," you might respond with, "So it sounds like work has been really stressful for you lately." This not only confirms that you're listening, but it also opens up the conversation for them to share more. Active listening is one of those skills that can transform not just your romantic relationships, but all your relationships. When people feel heard and understood, they're more likely to open up, trust you, and connect with you on a deeper level. So the next time you're in a conversation, try practicing active listening and see how it changes the dynamic. Section 5, surprise and intrigue. Let's spice things up a bit with the art of surprise and intrigue. Ever noticed how a little mystery can ignite a spark of interest in a relationship? Surprise and intrigue add excitement and anticipation, keeping the flame of attraction alive. Imagine this: you're planning a special date with someone you're interested in. Instead of spilling all the details, you keep certain aspects a mystery. This piques their curiosity and builds excitement for what's to come. Surprising someone with unexpected gestures or memorable experiences creates moments that stick in their memory and strengthen emotional ties. But let's explore this a bit further. Why do surprises work so well? The human brain loves novelty. When something unexpected happens, it triggers a release of dopamine, the feel-good chemical in our brains. This makes us feel excited, happy, and more alive. So by introducing surprise into your relationship, you're essentially giving your partner a little dopamine boost which they'll associate with you. Surprises don't have to be grand gestures. Sometimes, it's the small, thoughtful surprises that make the biggest impact. Maybe it's leaving a sweet note for them to find later, or planning a spontaneous outing to a place they've mentioned wanting to visit. These little acts show that you're paying attention and that you care enough to make an extra effort. Intrigue, on the other hand, is about maintaining a bit of mystery. It's about not revealing everything about yourself right away, leaving them wanting to know more. This doesn't mean playing games or being dishonest, it's about pacing how much you reveal and when. Maybe there's a fascinating hobby you have or a story from your past that you don't share immediately. Let them discover these things about you over time, and it will keep the relationship fresh and exciting. But remember, balance is key. Too much mystery, and you risk creating distance or confusion. Too little, and things might become too predictable. The goal is to create a rhythm where you're constantly surprising them in small ways, while also slowly peeling back the layers of who you are. Surprise and intrigue are powerful tools in any relationship. They add that spark of excitement that keeps things from getting stale and remind the other person why they were drawn to you in the first place. It's time to take your skills to the next level. If you're ready to dive deeper into the fascinating world of love psychology and discover even more tricks to win hearts, stick with us. Join us for more insights, advanced communication strategies, and psychological seduction techniques, all designed to help you reach your goals in love and relationships. Don't miss out on this opportunity to take another step towards success in love. Click the link in the description to join our community and start your journey toward a more fulfilling and exciting love life. We're eagerly waiting to help you achieve your love goals.